Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Talking shit about reviews. Hey, talking shit about beers and doing it twice a day. So anyway, here's another review. Today, this is from Aldi and it's from the Odyssey Craft Brewery and it's called Lunar Lager. It was Aldi, wasn't it? Yes, it was Aldi. So, it's got writing on the back, I can't read that, it's too bloody small. Crafted in small batches using, what does that say? No, I can't read it properly. Using only something brewer and something hops. Northern brewer and I can't read that rubbish. But anyway, it's a lager. It's a craft lager. Let's get tasting. We're at 1:09 already. There's drinking to be done. What's the betting tomorrow that supermarkets all around the country get slaughtered for beers? Now, anybody watching this, and please share this with your friends. Support your local breweries and your local pubs. If they're selling stuff outside just to keep alive, go round. You know, I can't see any issues with pubs selling bottled beer into bottles, pints of beer into bottles, and say, look, there it is. Hopefully that will happen. You know, there's a lot of people whose lives depend on this. A lot of breweries. If you're somebody who thinks I like say any of these breweries, this Odyssey Craft Brewery, I've never heard of them, but Titanic, Fuller's, you know, you can think of thousands of breweries across the country. And if you've got the pennies, go and get a case from them, a couple of cases. They've got special offers across the board on all breweries at the moment. You know, we've got to support everyone. But don't support the robbing bastards who are charging silly prices for toilet rolls, disinfectant and whatnot. And they are generally normal. These are certain shops, and certain shops are letting down certain communities. And no, not certain communities, but there's greed, and greed ruins everybody. You're a little shop on some estate and then you ramp your prices up where no one can afford it. Some people can't walk to big supermarkets. So they go to your shop and you put your bloody toilet rolls up to a tenner for a pack of, I don't know, a pack of 8 toilet rolls. There are some ridiculous examples out there. And what we've got to do is say, look, put that fucking price back down, you know, and report these people. There's groups on the internet now that are doing that, and I think it's a great thing. I think people can't be being robbed. Yes, if they're paying more for the product, then you can understand them putting the price up. That is a fair do. But if it's just pure profiteering, then sorry, you can't be doing that to people. You know, all of us are in this together. All of us, this coronavirus, and we've got to be one family. You know, the world has got to be a family. Will they all do it? We shall see. So, again, gold to amber in colour, big white head. On the nose, a light malt on the nose. On the taste, light malt, as you'd expect from most normal lagers. But I'm sure it's biscuit that I'm tasting, some sort of biscuity taste to it. So this was about £1 or £1.30 at Aldi. I'm sure it was bloody Aldi. You know, you buy so many beers and you forget where you're buying from. Unless it says on the front in big letters. That's helps. Yeah, not a bad lager. Now for me, for a lager to stand out, if you're going to call something a craft lager, I want to see it being something different to the norm. Because Carling, Foster's, etc., etc., they do taste, a lot of them taste very similar. You know, you can hardly tell any difference. But obviously you're paying a certain price for them. 50 pence a can or 50 pence a bottle and upwards. But when you're paying £1 or more for a can of lager, you want that lager to be different or better tasting. There's got to be a reason why you're paying for a single canned lager. Something that, you know, a craft lager. Hence why lagers with certain taste to them, lagers with stronger, you know, there's got to be something that makes that lager appealing. So, this lager, it does taste like a lot of normal lagers, but it's got a smoothness to it that doesn't appear in other lagers. There's a really nice smoothness to it. There's a little twang at the end, and I mean, I can only see it. I can only say it as I see it. I do apologise for all the coronavirus stuff. Really ought to be keeping away from that, but sadly it's all over at the moment. And sometimes it's nice just to talk about it, even though I'm talking to a camera and not my wife. But you know. But then I get the comments back, and some comments calling me a knobhead and things like that. So it's nice. It's nice to feel wanted in this world. I'm only joking. No one's called me a knobhead yet. I've been called some things, but not knobhead. And anyway, at work today, boss has rang up and says, right, bear in mind, there's 4 of us who work at my workplace. So there's 4 of us. Two of us lone work. The other 2 work together. One of them's had a heart attack, bless him. Not heart attack, stroke. I'm sure it was after he went in the toilet. I had some prune juice wine one night, and the next day, or homebrew beer. It was one of the 2. And I'd been to the toilet, and you know your guts. Oh, Jesus. And anyway, not long after, and he went in the toilet after me. And then not long, a day or so later, he had a stroke. And we were all convinced it was going in the toilet after me. But anyway, yeah, they're working together. Now they're saying to us, you need to stagger your brakes. It's only 4 of us, for God's sakes. And one of them's sitting in the other room now, thank God, because he's a gobbycat. And yeah, you've got to sit 2 metres apart. And then you go to a bloody supermarket, you're all fucking walking by each other, and you think to yourself, social distance? It's strange, isn't it? It's strange what's going off. It really is. But let's hope we all come out the other side. That's the most important thing. Back to the lager review. I do apologise if I bore people silly, but talking is a great way of de-stressing, and in a lot of ways for me, doing beer reviews. Yes, I like beer, lager, cider, spirits, anything that's alcohol. But doing the reviews is a great way for me to chat, and you'd be surprised. It actually lowers my stress levels. I mean, my back's still killing me. I still feel like I've got coronavirus. I go through all the symptoms every single day in my head. I've got a sniff. Back's killing me. Ribs are killing me. I'm thinking, okay, I'm coming down with it. I really am. I have not got a fever. Although there's times when I'm roasting, and your mind plays tricks. I can bet you there's about 30% of the population who've got nothing wrong with them, who've isolated, only because they feel like they've got something wrong with them. Believe me, I won't be surprised. And the people who are getting paid to be at home and getting full pay, fair play to you. Hey, I wish I could. But then I also think, if the supermarkets need our help, then every single person And I was told this today, and this again warmed my heart, that the fire brigade in Arnold tonight, because they don't want to sit around doing nothing, they are going to Sainsbury's in Arnold to help Sainsbury's put the stock out. Wow, that's amazing, you know. And obviously they're getting paid from the council anyway, so they're not worried about pay in that respect. But if the supermarkets are the lifeblood of the nation, then temporarily they should increase their staffing levels to whatever it needs to be. And I'm talking silly levels, you know, increase them staffing levels massively. So the stock can get to the store. So the whole chain, everything gets increased. And it's got to be the way. Right, so this is a really nice tasting lager. It's smooth, it's not gassy. It tastes very similar to most other lagers, so I can't say anything about the taste. But the smoothness, it's really palatable. It is, what is it, strength again? I forgot. 4 points. I can't see. It looks like a 3. Or it might, no, it's a 6. Bloody hell, the writing's terrible. If you're going to bring out alcohol, put the writing on the bottom a bit more legible. It's alright having it super small, but a lot of people can't read. I can't read because of this light. If it was in a better light, I'd be able to read it easily. But, you know, you're not helping matters by having it too small. So, yeah, nice and smooth, very drinkable, very re-drinkable. You could definitely drink multiple cans of this. So yeah, tastes nice, good flavour, very similar to normal lager, which might be a good selling point because like I said, that you need it to be different, but this is different in a different way. It's relative to the likes of Foster's and Carling, etc., but there's a smoothness to it that you don't get with them, and less gassy of course as well. Out of 5, 4.1 out of 5, very nice. Right, better go back up the house while the wife thinks I've disappeared. Thanks for watching. See you soon.